Can you
Absolutely
speak to that for the young generation?
Yeah, my father wasn't around, and all I had was my mother and our extended family, like her brothers and some people in the hood I grew up in Alabama. But not having a father, like sitting me down and telling me, son, this is how you treat a woman. I had an uncle that sat me down one time. I was young. And he told me, he said, look here. He said, don't you ever lie to a woman. I was young. I really didn't understand what he was saying. And I didn't like him at the time because he was in the army and he had discipline. Yeah. And I didn't understand it at the time. But he told me, he said, don't you ever lie to a woman. He told me a couple things I remember for life. He told me, he said, look here. I love you. I'll walk through fire with gasoline jaws on for you, and I won't burn. But there's one thing you better not ever do. Don't you ever raise your hand to your Aunt Linda. That's what he told me. And I remember that, because then he said, because I'll stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry. He was from Mississippi, one of those country dudes that meant what he said. When he told me that, I hated him, because I didn't like being talked to like that. Yeah. But anyway, I think growing up and not having a father with me all the time and raising me up as a man definitely affected me, because my father was a player too. And that's just, that's just how it was. I think part of it is human nature. I do. I think men like to roam, and monogamy is not really, it's just not part of the DNA a lot of times. But it can be. I didn't think it. Well, if you look back at Remi and I, you would think that monogamy was never in our DNA. You know what I'm saying? But it is. If anybody can be monogamous, if Remi and I can be monogamous, anybody can. It's just part of it. It's a beautiful thing now, man. It really is. I've got 2 beautiful children now that. But yeah, I do. Not having a father, I think, definitely played into that. My mother was working all the time, so some of the stuff you would see on TV, you would think, this is the way it's supposed to be. You see these flashy guys, having all the women and all that. Definitely played a part into things. But again, when I became open enough to realize what was right and wrong, I had an opportunity to do the right thing, and I didn't when I was younger. But thank God for my wife now.
So if you can, speak to the importance of a father in a kid's life.
Whew. Especially nowadays with so much evil going on, children need good fathers. They do. Your mother's pretty much a constant. Your mother's going to be there. She's a nurturer. That's what she's going to do, and she does it well. But something about having a father that it's unmeasurable, I think, because you need that father figure as a young boy to show you that, you know what, I can do this. I can take care of my family. I can be there for my family when I need to be. It's going to be hard sometimes. You're going to struggle, but there's so much evil in the world today that having a father has never been more important, especially with young minority males, because that population isn't getting smaller, it's getting bigger. And with the way things are today, you need that positive role model in your home every night, reading you a bedtime story, being there at dinner, coming home from work, talking about it, talking about, you know what, daddy's got to pay the bills, daddy's got to work, mama's got to work, so you can have food, so you can have light, AC, and all that. And seeing that, cooking with mama, cleaning the house with your mama, kids need to see that, because they see their father doing it and they say, you know what, my dad did it, so I need to do that. My dad came home, kissed my mama every day, tell her that he loved her, kissed me, gave me a bath, ate dinner with me, did my homework with me, and just played with me in the living room, played with me outside, because that's what being a father is. Being with your children, being there. And it's important for your kids to see that and to know that, you know what, I don't care what happened at school, I don't care what happens on the playground, I don't care what happens wherever I go, I know that my dad's going to be there when I get home, or he'll be home soon, and he'll talk to me about it. So yeah, I think that's it. I think it's not important. I think it's crucial. I think it's beyond important for a father to be in their children's life.